we're live. I didn't hear the ding. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the maiden voyage, the first broadcast of the new platform, the Blog Mogl Platform. I'm calling this a leadership mastermind. All of you that are connected to me on social media, whether you're in our Blog Mogl group or reaching out to you on a private message, this video is for you guys that want to be aligned with the vision of what we're doing. We've got some amazing things to share with you. And I want to make an introduction because the vision of Blog Mogl was always my vision. And I was originally going to launch it with Mr. Bill Ebert, one of my first mentors and one of my business partners for the past 12 years. Bill got actually busy doing his own thing. And Bill and I realized that, you know, his thing was tugging him in another direction. And I was blessed enough, lucky enough, to reach out to a Mr. Tony Potter, who I'm about to introduce you guys to. Some of you already know him, maybe some of you don't. Now, Tony is a brilliantly gifted programmer, social media guru. You know, he's been in network marketing for much of his career, and he was a guy that he's been on my radar about 5 years. He's you know, built systems and been behind some systems that have been, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. He's built systems that are in live in 68 countries. He's got a really heavy resume. And Tony came on with one of our opportunities last year, which I won't name, but you guys know the platform that Bill and I built last year. And we hired Tony at the time as like a retail contractor to help us with all of our APIs and whatnot. And since Bill has moved on to greener pastures for Bill, I feel so excited to introduce Tony to you, because Tony is the guy that makes the beautiful interfaces, puts incredible security into the platform, and he's brought some incredible insight into the Blog Mogl vision and into what we're going to be doing with personal branding, social marketing, and just the overall thing. So I just want to turn it over to you, Mr. Tony Potter, just for a second or two, and welcome you to the Blog Mogl leadership and welcome you to our community. What's going on, man?
Hey, Tom, thank you so much for having me today.
It's my pleasure. Pretty loud. Yeah, no hey. Worries. No worries.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we've been talking about Blog Mogl now for a couple months. I want you to know that Tony and I have been very, very hard at work, building a platform. And I want to talk, I just kind of want to riff with Tony. We're going to talk a little bit about the vision of Blog Mogl, why Blog Mogl exists, and why did we conceive of this concept of Blog Mogl? Because again, it's been something that has been on my heart. You guys that know me, you know that I'm blogging all the time, and all of you have been to my blog, and you know that I'm always creating content and doing video and that kind of stuff. Well, why do we do that? Why is it important that you brand yourself in 2016 and beyond? What does personal branding do, and how do we use it for social marketing? What are your thoughts, Tony?
You know what? There's lots of different reasons why people use it. You know, a lot of times it's a form of expression for their passions. You know, it's an outlet for them to kind of just share their perspective. But more and more, and where I see it really having the most impact, not only personally, but definitely professionally, is in the realm of branding. You know, really, when you create a blog or just a standard normal blog, it really gives you voice out there in this space. And granted, social media is the same thing, right? Are posting pictures all day long, check-ins, all of that stuff does definitely show, provide you an outlet and a voice, and provides people that are in your circle to kind of take a little sneak peek into your life. But I think a blog is very, very unique because it isn't just scattered and intermingled with everybody else's social life. It really is when someone's there at your blog for, you know, exploring an opportunity or just trying to get to know you a little bit better, they're there for you. You know what I mean? So you really have the microphone, and it's a very unique platform for launching into numerous different ventures. And so I really feel fortunate that Bill has been very busy. It's interesting that you and I both share a common mentor. Bill's been a mentor of mine for about 4 years. Learned a great deal about life, business, faith, you name it. And I guess I feel blessed in a way that he got busy, because I remember it's a couple months back, you first shared it with me, this concept of Blog Mogul, and then Bill shared it with me. And I never shared this to you guys, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I wish I would have thought of that. And how come I haven't been invited to the party yet? And there was a little part of me, you know, the inner child that was kind of like jealous, I guess. And so to be welcomed to the table and to be welcomed to this circle of moguls and to be able to contribute what I have to contribute, it's an honor, it's a privilege. And, you know, I want to help not only Blog Mogul turn into a new standard, but I look forward to helping hundreds, if not thousands of people really capitalize on what it is we're about to offer through Blog Mogul, because I believe it really is unique. And I know you're going to cover some of that tonight.
Absolutely. You know, most of you that are connected to us on the Facebook group, you kind of already understand what Blog Mogul is. But for anybody that's on the perimeter that has been invited to this video that hasn't been part of the core group, part of the reason for this leadership mastermind, I'm going to show you, Tony's actually going to log in and show you all of the cool things that we have waiting for you in the back office. But let me give you kind of like a 2,000-foot overview of the vision. Blog Mogul is a place where people can quite easily and quite simply start blogging. It's a platform where they can, with a few clicks, pick a beautiful template, pick a beautiful theme, and actually start getting their content out on the web. You don't have to be technical to do it. Now, there are a couple platforms on planet Earth that allow you to do that now. What's different about us? Well, we have what we call done-for-you blogging. And all of you guys out there that want to make a go at a home-based business, it doesn't matter what your industry, or if you just have a passion and you want to be able to get onto the web, but maybe your schedule doesn't allow you to sit back and write articles 3 hours a day. You know, I'm a content creator, and I understand the amount of energy and effort and research and time that goes into making good content. And of course, if you can't make good content, then you're not going to entice people, and you're not going to be considered much of a social influencer. And since this whole marketing game is all about you know, influencing people in a positive way, curating content and creating content, we think done-for-you blogging is forgive me, I just hit the mic. We think done-for-you blogging is actually the way to go. So what does that look like? What's done-for-you blogging? Well, quite simply, whatever your niche is, whether you're in weight loss or whether you're in legal services, doesn't matter what your niche, we will help push content to you in your niche, in your chosen category, so you can curate that content out on social media, you can curate that content out onto your blog, and actually save time. Now, those of you that have full-time jobs or you have 2 jobs, maybe you only have a few hours out of the entire week to sit back and make your own content. So of course you can make your own content on the Blog Mogl platform, but the good news is that you are not dependent on your own efforts, because we're going to be pushing content to you, and we are professional bloggers. Now, over and above that, we've got a webinar that you guys are going to be seeing very shortly that is going to show you how to monetize your blogging platform. It's a home-based business and a blogging platform, a done-for-you blogging platform in a box. So your average blogger out there spends years building an audience. They spend years putting out content and attracting people in their chosen niche, only to try to go out and sell a $37 ebook or a $19.95 ebook. And it takes years for some people to actually get to anywhere that would considered a full-time income. We're going to show you guys how to do that right out the gate. And I'm not going to get into all the vision of how we do it. That's going to be for the webinar. But this leadership mastermind is to wet your whistle, give you guys like a 2,000-foot overview that we've got a beautiful done-for-you blogging platform. We've got gorgeous templates and themes that are going to enable you to, with a few clicks, have a beautiful page on the internet where you look like an absolute pro, where you can publish your own content, where you can curate your own content. And then more than that, we're actually a training and personal development company. We're going to show you guys how to become absolute rock stars in social marketing and branding. And Tony, interject if you have anything that you want to add to that.
You're doing a wonderful job. No, and I'll cover some of that when you turn it over to me for the preview. Keep rolling, man. You're on a roll.
Okay, good. So like I said, content curation, becoming a social influencer. We're an educational company. We're going to teach you guys how to make social marketing go. Those of you that are connected to me, you know that I've rolled out some programs in the past that have been pretty popular, that have spread all across the world. Tony was a large part of the equation that enabled us to do that. We experienced such incredible growth last year with another platform. We needed Tony to put the right security into our pages, and we needed a distributed network and all of the technology that makes pages load fast and keeps the site up. And Tony is one of those people that knows how to get that done. So without further ado, Tony, I think that why don't we just let you share the screen. I want you to go through the back office. I'll turn it over to you, and you can give the good people a tour of what we've been cooking up. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come on back. We're going to talk about how we're heading from whisper launch into pre-launch and why you want to get aligned with Blog Mogul today. Take it away, Tony.
All righty. You see my screen all right?
Perfectly.
Awesome. Well, the team has been hard at work putting together what I would consider to be one of the finest works of art in the way of back offices that I have been involved in. And I know that, Tom, you've been calling this your Mona Lisa, Blog Mogul. And in putting this together, and since I was brought onto the team, it's become a Mona Lisa for me and the team that I represent as well. And so what you see here, I'm just going to give you a real quick rundown of just some of the different modules and what you can expect in the back office. Because really what you touched on this a little bit earlier, Tom, that yes, it's a blogging platform, but that represents such a small little slice of what Blog Mogul really is. You also touched on the fact that it's an education platform. Very, very true. It's training on how to blog, on what to blog, how to market your blog. But here's where I feel Blog Mogul just a little more differently. Very seldom do you have training modules, right, that train you on concepts that you can apply to any business, right? So whether it be Facebook advertising, when you learn the concepts that we teach through our series of modules, you will feel comfortable and you will feel proficient at running Facebook ads for whatever the business is. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's for your Blog Mogul blog or not. It's a skill that you master and you can bring with you anywhere. But here's where it gets a little more interesting. Is we take that training, and yes, it's general training that you can apply to just the whatever the type of advertising or traffic generation or whatever it is. We also enable you or provide you with tools that are very specific. So technology tools that are very specific to some of the concepts that are taught in our strategies for ad placement, for really identifying a segment that you can get lower cost per click rates, but yet higher conversions. So there's a number of different tools that we have been really crafting and honing over the greater part of 2 years that are now making their way into Blog Mogul. I've been out in a free enterprise now for about 2 years after leaving corporate America, worked with a number of different companies, building back-end systems, putting together branding strategies, marketing campaigns. A lot of them, interestingly, involve WordPress blogs and social media advertising. So in really providing that service to a multitude of different companies, big and small, there's been some patterns that have come about and emerged. And those patterns are really a clue or a loud scream to technologists that, hey, this needs to be automated. So this is really what you're getting as part of Blog Mogul is really a culmination of real world needs that have all kind of made their way into this little ecosystem that we call Blog Mogul. And so as you see here in the screen that's before me, this is just a pretty customary dashboard. We put a lot of this together for this particular demo. There's a lot more that we're putting in here. It's not as pretty. We've really gone the extra effort to make this a pleasurable visual experience, not only for you. I mean, you're a pioneer, you're a marketer, you're probably used to just bare bones stuff and you can make it work. What we really wanted to keep in mind is the customers down the road. So you're a marketer, you're going to recruit some other marketers, but at some point in time, consumers, right? General businesses that maybe aren't in the game of recruiting and building their Blog Mogul business opportunity, but they just want to use the platform because it's so dang cool. So we really want to keep them in mind, and we've done so throughout the entire process of putting the layers of this platform together. So what you see is the dashboard. This will be growing quite a bit. We have a lot of plans for some additional modules. The other thing I want to mention about the platform is that unlike a lot of platforms that are out there, we want you to be able to go to one place and do everything you need to manage your Blog Mogl business and your blog, right? We don't want you to have to go to log into this website to do this and log into this website to do that. We want to create basically a habitat for success right here in the Blog Mogl ecosystem. And that's really what we're focused on. So the dashboard will grow considerably, but you can kind of get a taste of just some of the adaptive content, right? So as you perform actions and as you're doing things in the back office and promoting your business and running ads and all of that, it's tracking the various things that you're doing, and then it gives you just little helpful tips, right? So if you haven't really spent much time in the dojo, which is what we call, it's the cute name that we call for our training center, because that's really where you come in, you spar, you learn stuff, and you master your craft. If you don't spend a lot of time in there, we're going to let you know about that. We're going to give you a little nudge and say, hey, go spend some time in there and master your craft a little bit more. Posting to social media, very, very important ingredient in our overall success formula. So we're going to keep you accountable for that. Pushing new blog content, and notice it says push new blog content. Very rarely, if ever, you're going to see, hey, you need to write a blog. No. Some of you like writing, but I believe that probably 90% of you are allergic to writing. It's the last thing you want to do. You'd rather shoot a quick video. But the thing is you definitely want to be out there in the written word as well. And that's where we come in. We help you with that. And then the prospect management. As you're growing and building your Blog Mogl business, we want to help you keep track of that, because it'll become overwhelming. I guarantee you, if you put an honest effort into Blog Mogl and sharing it with the people that you know would benefit from the opportunity or the product itself, things are going to get crazy for you, and you will need some sort of a management system to keep it all straight on what type of follow-up you want to do, or who you need to get in contact with, so on and so forth. So the dashboard will serve as kind of a landing page, a HUD for you to kind of keep tabs on what you should be doing today, right? We talked about the dojo. Some of you that have seen previews of the webinar are familiar with some of the different courses that we've are putting together. Really, there's 5 that Tom and I have been collaborating extensively on. And these 5 different topics, so these different subject material, these modules, these training courses, are really geared towards and around activities that are going to help you not only boost your Blog Mogl business, but also, again, if you've got a secondary business, whether it's a network marketing opportunity, a brick and mortar, whatever it is, these are all concepts, again, that you can apply to any walk of life, any business realm that you're currently occupying. Weekend CPA mastery, and I don't want to get into too much detail on these, but we teach you about how to really hone down your Facebook advertising, right? A lot of people, there's some very, very simple yet highly impactful changes that we want you to make to your social media advertising. If you're already doing it, if you haven't done it yet, we're going to teach you right out of the gate how to do it right. The Farfignugan formula. It's all about driving traffic. The Spartans email marketing. Again, how to build a list, how to market to that list without busting the bank, right? Unleashing your inner brand whisperer. We talked earlier about blogging has become the main platform for personal expression and developing your brand, your legacy in the digital space. And so we want to teach you about what you should and shouldn't be doing and how you do create that legacy brand that so many of us want to establish and maintain and sustain and grow. Outsourcing Power Guide. As you grow, as your business grows, as you have different business ideas and different ventures, at time or another have wanted to enlist resources that can help us bring that to life. That's a pain in the butt. If any of you have really tried to do any kind of outsourcing, it can be a real pain in the butt. It doesn't need to be, though. And so we want to teach you how to do outsourcing right if and when you ever cross that bridge and want to employ outsourcing to help bring your ideas to life or another business to life. You can see here that every one of our modules, it gives you a real nice overview of how much time you need to commit. If you don't have a whole lot of time, guess what? Just give it, this like module 1, 7 minutes long. Can you afford 7 minutes today? I hope so, right? You're building a business. So it gives you a real good overview. You can jump through as you progress through the different modules. It tracks it over here and lets you know where you're at. So you can jump around. I don't know what it is about what's happening in the world right now, but we all seem to have ADD. So we'll watch something for a little while, and then we want to jump around and switch channels. You can do the same thing here. So you can jump around modules, nibble on this one a little bit, switch to another one, and we'll keep track of that for you, so then you can always jump back in and resume where you left off. The post feeder, we talked about social media, and staying and becoming relevant in social media is about consistency, right? It's about consistency, and it's about relevance. And when I say consistency is if you're posting to social media once every month, there's different formulas, especially let's take Facebook, for example. Their edge rank takes into consideration a lot of different variables about what you post, what kind of engagement your post got, how consistent you're posting. And as you do more of it, guess what? You're going to show up on more people's news feeds. And that's the name of the game that we want to help you master without, again, you having to spend an inordinate amount of time going through and finding content and materials and all that. The post feeder is just basically your again, we want to keep this, all of the activities that you need to do to be successful in Blog Mogul and beyond, all within this habitat. So we will constantly provide you with a number of different posts that are all formatted for the different social media networks, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can go ahead and search this out. Or in the event that you're feeling creative and you got a little creative bone bumping around in your body, you could bounce on over. And we have a platform here that also allows you, we've integrated with a third-party partner that allows you to go and create your own. So you could literally go in here and create a custom one. You don't have to completely from custom. As you can see here, you can pick for some different templates. I picked this template. I can go in here and change out some of the text, change the background. A lot of cool stuff, right? So that's for you overly ambitious, overly eager people that really want to have complete control over the creative. Well, guess what? We've given you an easy way to do that from within the Blog Mogul back office. The Biz Center, pretty standard and straightforward. This is how you track your team, your commissions, your wallet, different things. You always have access to the data. That we know how important it is for you to have complete visibility into your business. What's happening? What sales have come through? What commissions am I due? What have I withdrawn? How big is my team going? What people visited my webinar and which one of those converted? All that stuff is critical for you to have utmost confidence in Blog Mogul, in the opportunity, in growing your business with us. Prospector is a lead management tool. I wish I had that to share tonight. We're still working on the final touches with the UI. It's going to be killer, right? Because what we're doing is we're not only making it so you can just kind of see data that's coming in, but you can also act on that data. So you want to send out emails directly from your lead manager or send SMS. There's different things that we're working on. Some are going to be available right out of the gate. Other features will be coming shortly thereafter. We're working very aggressively in putting that all together. Promoter tools, again, this is kind of your section where you would go to see when the webinars are, to actually look at your different links. Every one of you will have a unique webinar link that you can share out on social media, email, whatever you plan to use with that, use that for. And it tracks basically where that prospect came from. And so that if they do happen to convert through one of the webinars, you get credit for it. So that's all within the promoter tools. Niche scope, I tried so hard to get the team to be able to have this to preview tonight, because I really firmly believe this is going to blow your socks off. What niche scope represents, so those of you that aren't familiar with the term niche, a niche represents just a very small slice of the overall mass market, right? So a niche, and there's niches within niches, and if you're familiar with marketing at all, one of the things that you'll learn about pretty early on is that narrowing your niche leads to higher conversion. Narrowing your niche leads to lower cost for your ad spend. So really what niche scope is designed to do is to help you prospect for markets. So if your only intention of using niche scope is to really drive traffic to the Blog Mogul webinars, we can show you how you can isolate a particular niche that's not saturated or even touched yet, and basically drive your ads and run your ads through that. It's going to lower the cost, and it's going to increase the conversions. So that's the name of the game. Niche scope, you're going to love it. Ad Genie, really what this helps you do is put together ads. There's a word crafter in there, so if you're not super great at putting together compelling one-liners for some of the ads you're running. Ad Genie kind of helps you do that. So it gives you some ideas on how you can retool your wording. It also kind of gives you a preview so you can kind of build your ads outside of the social media network, outside of Facebook Ad Manager. You can build some of that in here, see what it's going to look like, and then kind of save it off. You may not want to run that particular ad right now, but you can just kind of save it off in your archive. And then when you're ready to run it, you just pop open the Facebook Ads Manager, go and look at this, look at the ad you put together, and then you just copy and paste it over, hit submit, and you're off to the races. Blog Hub. It's funny, I originally planned on jumping into that first, because that's really why we're here, right? We're here because what we're aiming to do is revolutionize the way in which people blog, especially those that aren't already blogging. There's probably a host of reasons why you're not blogging, right? There's the technology challenges, getting set up with your blog. Though there's many service providers that have made it simpler and simpler over the years, there's still a host of little nuances that can really be a pain in the butt and will prevent you from ever making your blog live. I found that out from dealing with many different small and large companies. Like, there's just those little technical nuances, right? This is the term I used, that keep them from having a successful blog launch. Those concerns, those nuances, those worries are out the window, because that's a big part of what Blog Mogl does. One-click blog publishing for you. And then another reason that a lot of people don't get started blogging is because of the content. We'll get into that here in a second. So in terms of getting a blog set up, I want to just show you generally how easy it is going to be for you to go in and create and launch your blog. As you can see here, we've got a number of different categories, and these are some of the main real broad stroke categories that we focus on, because these seem to be the resonating themes and recurring themes in blog content. So there's branding, online marketing, health and fitness, leadership, local business. You know, there's going to be other ones that we're adding as more and more popularity and the demand for them increases. But we wanted everyone that's getting involved here with us early on to have a multitude of options to choose from. And so, like, as you can see, I believe right now we're going out of the gate with around 50 different unique designs. But you can kind of go in and see, okay, I want a health and fitness. There are my health and fitness ones. I pick this. If I want to see the more details on that, I can go and learn all about this particular theme. Does it have some of the features I want? What plugins it comes with? I can kind of thumb through them. And then when I'm ready, all I literally have to do is say, choose this thing. Boom, click the button. Our API engine goes and helps you basically publish your blog. So it does all of the heavy lifting for you, and it has it already set up with the themes that are necessary to support your theme. And it just configures everything for you. One of the other things that I wanted to mention is that as you're choosing what theme you want and what design and look and feel you want, there's also a series of networks that we have created. These are all Blog Mogl networks that allow you to have a unique or a kind of a descriptive, I guess, domain that you'll be hosted under. So when you create a blog with us, you'll have you'll be a subdomain under one of these different domains here. So Thrivevine is it's kind of a universal. Thriving is very similar to prospering, right? It can mean either you're thriving financially or you're thriving with wonderful health. So Thrivevine is just kind of a neutral habitat. Live Blog Hub is our most general. That's what a lot of you will be using. It's just communicating that the blogs hosted here are ones that are organically growing all the time. It's a hub of them. Wealth Memes for the very specific opportunity-focused blogs. Team Blog Hub is an option that we have. If you have a team of individuals that all want to share the same content but kind of have a replicated setup, we've got that. And those will be hosted in our Team Blog Hub. New Health Vibe, pretty self-explanatory, is about health concepts, better living. Life Kept Local is a domain that we love that's really for local businesses, right? So if one of your customers that come on board happens to be Vinny's Pizza in Layton, Utah, no problem. He'll be hosted under Life Kept Local. So that's kind of as these themes, as you're choosing a theme, you'll also be selecting kind of what network your blog is going to be part of. So we've now got you set up with a blog, but now there's the second hurdle that most people never overcome. So it's fun. It really is fun to go and thumb through here and go, oh, wow, this will be a cute theme. And, you know, I might not quite have that body, but, you know, we'll still give it a try. And it's fun, right? It's just like you're shopping and you get to choose and you choose this theme, and now you've got it out there and it's real pretty. It's got a cute, you know, an awesome background and cool fonts. But then you got to populate the blog, right? And that's where most people fall short. And that's where the brilliance behind the concept that Tom and I believe Bill came up with originally of done-for-you blogging really just comes in to save the day. So I'm just going to give you a real quick taste of just how what we call our content publisher or the done-for-you blogging would work. Really, there's two modes. One mode is what we call autopilot, that if you just subscribe to a given niche, right? So let's say that anything that comes in that gets published through the network that has to do with passive income, that can have immediate flow through to your blog. And so you literally don't have to do anything. So it's completely a passive experience where just as new niche content comes in, under the niches that you select, under the sections you want them published under in your blog, they'll just automatically flow through directly to your blog. For those of you, and this is the option, if I were, and I will be using Blog Mogl for a couple of the pet projects that I have to build those blogs, those passion projects, I would want to go and shop some of the content. That's just how I am. Maybe I'm a control freak. Well, I guess I am a control freak if you ask my wife. If you want, you can go and shop through. So there's health and fitness, passive income, personal branding, coaching and leadership. Under these different sections, I'm looking at passive income here. There would just be pages upon pages of different articles, content that's been curated and at your disposal. And literally, it's as easy as just saying, oh, I like this article. I'm going to push this to my blog. I'm going to push this to my blog. So imagine this. You get involved with Blog Mogl. You've been wanting to launch a blog to start your self-branding journey. But there's all these different hurdles that have kept you from doing so. In a matter of, let's say, 30 minutes, right? You pop in here. I go and I choose what look I want. You may want to start with, okay, what network am I going to be a part of, right? I'm really going to focus mine around paleo eating, right? So I'm going to choose Thrivevine. You choose the network you belong to. You choose the look and feel that best expresses your personality and that look that you think is just hot. You pop over to Content Publisher. I go under Health and Fitness. I hit Publish, Publish, Publish. And in 30 minutes, I have a blog that's up and running, that's already on a domain, already mapped. It looks freaking great. And there's already content there. I can start sharing that out. And I would just continue to do that until I feel confident in publishing some of my own content, or maybe never. You don't even have to do that, right? But it's just nice. It gives you a way to get your feet, get you going, get your feet wet in the blogosphere, and then it's up to you where you take it from there.
Woo!
Any questions? Sorry if I took so long.
No, man, more than patient. I mean, good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, hats off to Tony for masterminding with me and putting all this together. I hope that you guys are starting to see the greater vision that, you know, with Blog Mogl, it's not just about making nice, pretty articles on your little slice of the internet. It's really about you becoming a social influencer and building your own tribe. It's about you curating this content out. You know, like life moves very fast for all of us. And many of us, you know, we have families, we have lawns to mow and mortgages, and we have to do home repairs, and we got to go to work. So this saves you a ton of time. And time is the one thing that you can never get back. How many people know that time is way more valuable the older you get, right? The less time you have, right? The closer that you're getting to the end, right? So all of us want to do whatever we can to save time. But if you want to become a home-based business professional, you do have to brand yourself. So Blog Mogl is not just this incredible platform that Tony just showed you. And by the way, Tony, you did a really great job. Thank you very much. But more than that, It's a brand factory. It's teaching you how to do social marketing. And what I love about our curriculum and what we're going to be sharing with you guys is we're going to take all the mystery and all the confusion out of learning how to be a professional marketer. And we're going to give you the meat and potatoes, the stuff that is going to get you going. You know, I've paid $10,000 for weekend seminars where I sat in front of a guru he was in front of a whiteboard and I was sitting on my laptop taking notes and getting tension headaches after 6 hours of, and realizing how much there is to the equation. Well, what Tony and I have done is we've given you a business in a box that you can actually make full-time income right out the gate with. And then more than that, we've given you bite-sized, digestible tidbits of information that it's not going to take you hours upon hours upon hours of study. Now, what's cool about what we're doing is as we continue to make a curriculum, as we continue to do training videos and live training videos and conference calls, all of that stuff gets added to the Blog Mogl repository. So the value keeps going up, but the price never changes. As a matter of fact, once you're in the club, you're in the club for life. So we're going to continue giving value every single week. You're going to continue getting value, but the price will never go up. And so I want to kind of move from, the concept of Blog Mogl, and let's talk about where we're at right now. We're in what I'm going to call a whisper launch. And the whisper launch is because at this moment in time, we're not doing live webinars and taking on retail customers. Tony and I are going to be talking to you guys, those of you that are connected to us on social media, those of you that have been in other programs with us, those of you that are people that we trust, and hopefully you trust us, right? The people that like, know, and trust us. And we have a very small group of people that we're going to let in. It's only going to be 10 people, count my fingers, 10 people that we're going to let in during this whisper launch. And those of you that take action and get involved with us, we're going to help you get all your ads placed. We're going to help you get as much momentum as you can. So when we go live, we're going to be going live definitely within 30 days, probably a lot sooner. It could be much sooner. It could be 7 days from now. We're going to go live. And by going live, I mean you're going to have an affiliate link. You're going to be able to drive traffic to our webinar landing pages. We're going to do all the selling for you, and you're going to make the money. And most of you already understand that because, you're pre-launch partners with us already if you're seeing this video. Those of you that have been invited to this video and it's a new concept for you, we're looking for 10 people that are ready to ring the bell and say, I'm in, I want to get the training and the personal, the personal touch from Tom and Tony and our staff. What's that going to do for you? Well, number one, it's going to fast track your income. It's going to allow you right out the gate to get as much momentum as possible by driving people to our webinar. We're going to do all the selling for you, and then you're going to start making commissions. I also want to point out that we pay weekly. So if you're watching this video on a Monday, once we launch, you can have money in the bank on Friday. I think, is it going to be Friday, Tony? Probably so. We'll cover those details later. It doesn't matter. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, there's only so much bandwidth that Tony and I have to do personal mentoring and to work with people one-on-one. 10 people are going to be able to have that, and we've already got 4 people in. So 6 people left that want to step up with $1,000 and get involved with Blog Mogl. And I also want to point out that after we get through pre-launch might go 2 or 3 months, but once all the bells and whistles are polished and all the bugs are worked out, the price is going to go up to $2,000. So this whisper launch is for those of you that want to get the fastest momentum possible. You want the personal mentoring, and you're a visionary, and you're willing to wait 7, 14, 21, possibly as much as 30 days before we launch. Those of you that get in now are going to get the personal mentoring. Those of you that want to sit back and wait, that's fine too. I promise you this. The people that get started with us now are going to be the people that we're going to be using for income testimonials, because I don't have to tell you guys, all of us want to see social proof. All of us want to see regular, average, non-technical people winning in business. And once we see that, someone that we know that's not technical, that used to have a day job, is now making full-time income, that's when the masses come. So you visionaries want to reach out to us immediately, because we already have a page up that, as a matter of fact, private message either Tony or myself, or reach out in the group if you're ready to go. I'm not even going to point you to the page because I don't think Tony has it wired yet. It's not wired yet, is it, Tony?
It will be tonight. It will
Okay.
be tonight. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what I'll do is once it's live, I'll put the link to that page underneath this video wherever it's embedded. So that's all I got. Tony, you got anything else for the good people?
No, I just want to say thanks for inviting me to take this adventure with you, Mr. Selly. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's my pleasure. I don't know if there's anyone on planet Earth I would rather have for a launch partner. I want you guys to know that Tony and I are both equity in Blog Mogl. And for the record, those of you that are fans of Bill, one of my favorite people on planet Earth, Bill is always on the radar. I call him the Admiral. Bill's got so much network marketing experience that we're going to keep Bill in some way, shape, and form as a consultant so we can run ideas by him and so we can get his advice because he's got 30 years in the network marketing industry as a consultant. And we would be remiss if we didn't hold on to him as a resource. And of course, I'm in daily relationship with Bill, and so is Tony. So Bill is no longer an equity partner, but he has not left the building. So those of you guys that are fans of Bill, by all means, rest assured that he is still part of our family that we call. You know, we've been building programs for a long time, Bill and I. Tony's been in the mix now at least a couple years, if not more. Tony has some constituents that he works with that he pulls into every project. And so we're kind of like a family of people. We put people first in our business. We want to make sure that people get results. We want to make you so like happy with your decision. We just want to bless your socks off and make you feel like, you know, you didn't give us enough. We want to give you so much value that you almost feel guilty. That's our job. So I hope you guys appreciate this leadership mastermind. We're going to have many of these videos are going to be going up as we make progress. We'll be making progress reports to you. Mr. Tony Potter, thank you so very much for all of your insight, your talent, and for doing the presentation tonight. Let me turn it over to you so you can say goodnight, and then we'll sign off.
Mr. Selly, I think this is destiny. You know, as I'm looking at you right now on this hangout, I'm noticing that we have the same hair.
Yeah.
How often can you get involved with two awesome dudes like us that share the same hairstyle? Come on now.
Tony,
no.
I think your hair is quite a bit thicker, buddy.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. It does not matter. No, but thank you, Tom, for putting this together. I'm excited not only for the next few days in the legacy that we're creating, but also just to see where we're at in 30 days from now. You know, it's going to be remarkable to see the success stories that I believe we're going to be creating. We're bringing together technical expertise, marketing know-how. We're going to have a lot of fun as well. I know that is a fact. But then also our background in social or maybe we call it referral-based marketing, right? Some people, call it network marketing. That's really where we spent a lot of our time. And there's so many, it's a science to be effective and understand how to be successful as a networker. We bring that to the table. So you're going to notice that in everything we do, that we're creating systems, right, that not only empower you, but that are duplicatable. That, you know, and it took me probably several years in the industry to fully understand the importance of duplication and having duplicatable systems. And very few systems and programs are. And so we are starting with that right out of the gate. How do we make this duplicatable? How do we make this program go and move like gangbusters so that everybody wins? Everybody wins, and that's what I'm excited about. So what is the phrase you use? We want to bless your socks off.
Why not?
That's what we do. That's what we do at Blog Mogl. We bless your socks off. Thank you, Tom.
Man, I don't have anything to dovetail onto that. Ladies and gentlemen, get involved now if you're looking for. Oh, how did that thing shut off? My video went away. Get involved now. Reach out to us on social media. I'm going to post the link, beneath the video once the join page is live. It's going to be live probably when you guys are waking up in the morning. It's going to be live. If you have any questions before you join, reach out to me, and we will see you guys at the top. Don't forget, live well, love well, and God bless. Thanks, Tony.
All right. Yeah. See you soon.